issue about the National Communication Authority and Global Security for Africa Research and Good Governance for modern statement Ediaba. Na odi ma menke mu kakra na fe me metwetwe nkomo me nko mfimfi mantemu na mentwa so na I say the affront on the media, its closure and the security implications. I say according to Glosargg and its Executive Secretary Mr Francis Ahovi, any government that pursues or attacks journalists and the media is synonymous to 1. An anti-democratic government, 2. Intolerant, 3. Autocratic and dictatorial regime, 4. Lack of transparency and accountability, 5. Lack of freedom of speech, 6. Panic and fear, 7. Lack of information. Now, the second stanza reads, or say the security implications for consequences of attacks on the media. Or say, again, according to Mr Francis Ahovi, Wachemu say political affront on the media can lead to, and also so no, or the breakdown the above, uprising among the citizens. 2. Attack of the authorities and their supporters. 3. Job losses. Point 3. No, job losses. And 4. Increase of criminal activities in the society. And now the bias skyrocketing, broad daylight, armed robbery, and serial killings. Somewhere home. Sir, wunya abayin otia diesui na ose obeketeli free speech. Agagi journalist. Tieniye pam obeketeli free speech. Agagi fearless journalist. This all happened. Broad day armed robbery. Broad day armed robbery. Ananu ya chimota haya. Koyi ska bank pie ya de opa chi se kuya. Ne aso. Ya de opa chi se kuya. Ne aso. Ya de opa chi se kuya. Ne aso. Aniti no some media houses ya na perception is say wo ye pro opposition media wings. Aniti no ma no odin dodo. Kan ho to FM ho no. Yendundu monum eja. Ne fa kuntu na se. Katase mu aso. Aho yawo. Ena chese yede etutu mu entianenu say na eba. Then you have the NCA. Na NCA for aba beka che say wo mu mpo no wo mu hwe animu pa wo mu hwe animu say wo mu betimi aye stakeholder engagement na fi no wo ma fresh media owners ni nyina say ane wo no mo embra enkomyasie esan say wo hwe document apia bonten no a Wamu di caveat abesha siye terms and conditions applied. Yebema mo kwan amomo operate. But as to whether or not, say wamu sabeka wamu all frequencies need ya yanchiremu. Yanchiremu ebusunya yanchiremu. Yanchiremu. Abusia, just about 4 minutes past 8. Aha, I'm 92.3 FM. Na nyumrei, onumonyan for year Fred Forson, Obaba becoming Sawufia Sanso, from all the way Fantiakwa South in the eastern region. Chairman Elmin saying, Ora, Mark Okreku, and Opering Nano, Ojinemu, Mifendi Busanwa, was your Kuta V8 engine. And it's no, Metro Commodity. Mebe fie na mabetoa ne fa etoso mienu no so nti for adwenche fa 0541825106 ne fa bra menkin kan for na Ghana man panyini Sabia says a non-aligned movement no won somebody ko tuja nsem ni mo de paper so na wo de ba for mo etro kan fa so bi ani so Ghana for esu Ghana for esu Ghana for esi epini Ghana for nwinwi baby edu no Sanka kasa regional bodies be say now boko kwato muntemu say okoye meetings ahodo ankatan demo na virtual meeting na say over 3.5 million hwan no anka fama ye ena na di na eka no motorway he ya constructed in 1965 how many years ni emre awe no emre no yesan krampo esan apebi edi eguso Mamenkwa omane so na mene ora Francis Ahovi etwetwe eye enkomo wono no de krata ipia bonti an wo kyeremu se obvious statement the National Communication Authority under the auspices of the Communication Ministry and by far government womodiaba a wo mu kyeremu se over 133 or so radio stations. Omo mama konya se womo fa kwan bi so na fi konyasie nkoso na emom sentiase apam be kono ye adwuma de a womo mama kwan amama sa adu omo dwuma bi omu a Owura Francis Ahovi kire mu se de kwan aban nam so ntia ni senti a wototo mu ni nyina no na emu orem kakra miemu sa no de epusu ni ntia wode sa krate wode aba abonten. Owura Francis otemenka nwiri a mememo adwo
yo Autocratic 92.3
Nyame edi acheme megidi se wonso ohun ye papa
ya da nyame ase
minim se utwi ni wahu emu nhyɛ da nye enso ne be kakra ye be funtum ne ade afra na afia to aso akoye nim why
yo mate
right enti yanhwɛ ade na epusu a wode sa krate ya babonten from the corridors of the Global Security for Africa Research and Good Governance modia ba mo chire mu se the NCA and in the Communication Ministry any aban ekwamu fa so mtoto radio stations mo de krata babonten sa mo hwe animu se ekonyasie enkoso na wo mu bie stations ni nyina apono fama mu biomu no wo se akem kakra sanse the collateral damage a infie PTPP ni workers management equipment afemu a bepemo ne yehu baby a sebe wo mu sisin ye fam sika ntoto akwakodu no wo se anu ye de mpenti aban won konomre biom. So what the statement we say about Bontinya now in a nutshell, what are you seeking to communicate to the general public?
Okay, yo, Midamase. From Global Security for Africa Research and Good Governance on a journey say Glosargg. Hunu say ansana any serious country ana Krubia see practice democracy. See Kembi.
Autocratic FM 92.3.
Sa democracy no timi koso no. One of the most important thing about me boy any radio, any media. But so the media or the country where ever can say media no obe hu say echina na etata journalist. Na oti say omabu journalist bi wa ha. Ebi omakun bi wa ha. Who say a ban sapeno any affront on the media or anything that they do to limit the freedom of operation for the media. A ban sapeno who say now on my mufonso no or they have anything like that affect the journalists equally affect the people. So if you infringe upon the free will or the work of the journalists, that means people of the nation are almost okay. So you have NCA see some radio stations but yen for Glosargg no you say anamo no a look political because all the radio stations are especially those that are close to a main political party, a friend NGC. Your radio good or SYZ. Muntini no manema omunina account. And you say, Sana mo say, oh, because my influence will be on my music. Say, but before we continue, let us run through something quickly.
Right.
Oh, say. 1992 Constitution has given us that authority or the media that authority they can function without anybody impeding their work. For instance, 1992 Constitution, Article 162.
Okay.
Can say, Clause 1 can say the media freedom and independence is guaranteed. Because almost afa hundin obi antimi can say o media antimi juma o Ghana constitution can say it is totally guaranteed. Until I say subject to the constitution and any other law not inconsistent with this constitution, there shall be no censorship in Ghana. That means say law beba that law be in contrast with that of the constitution on my media no safa who they say ombetimi aye juma independently obi antimi share omuso no omo say omo the lobby ba obeye how do you call it in contradiction with that that means obi antimi yene obi antimi see omo kwan. And see what I want to say is that no law can be held against what the constitution say, that the independence of the media is absolute. Now, yes, also say there shall be no impediment to the establishment of private press or media, and in particular, there shall be no law requiring any person to obtain a license as a prerequisite to the establishment or operation of a new newspaper, journal, or other media for mass communication or information. So that's Article 3. And see, you can say National Commission for
Communication Authority.
National Communication Authority for years. Omudika because of their lands and that, we have seen that it is in contradiction of what the Constitution is saying. So actually, they suppose not to take that step. But since you can say, a banner media no able to cancel for instance, we sit on our media, whatever you say, we are going to ban the former president's house, we are going to ban the Volate house. We are not talking about that. We are not so saying that as a journalist and a media house, can say, journalists were, I'll give you the money. No, we are not saying that. There should be decorum in the work of the media. So what you want to say is that what the National Commissions Authority, Communication Authority,
yes, NCA,
NCA 4 years, no. To be frank, uncrophobic can say, but yeah, but can say what they have done at the first place, and this is how say media be, they are in Juma year. They obey any say, obey friends say.
When it comes to content near the National Media Commission, NMC, they are in charge.
Exactly. They are in charge. But if you are in charge of something, what is also important is say, nipakra, udi nisunu anaushe nusu say, we, ebia nipano wanyeni ye wafuma. Untimi kase nipana fum just at once now or two a radio station FM station. Oh yeah, the sample idea. Oh yeah, well the media houses that those are also affiliated to MPP.
Right.
You better say why are they? But the no akoye say.
Affront FM 92.3.
So let us see what can that. So any government and the government be as I didn't see Glosargg for a cancer. Sad government or anti-democratic government. A cancer. Sad government also said intolerant. Sad government also said autocratic and dictatorial regime. Because under dictatorship, you better say, me criticize me. No radio can talk about or against what I'm doing. And another thing is, I can say, say, media, freely. That means there's no transparency and accountability. Lack of freedom of speech, panic and fear. A banner, Nkrofo omonim adikwa koso omonim say when see ana when see nti e ban sa etimi di hu hye nkrofo mu and lack of information baby if there's no communication there's no information obe hu say nkrofo no etimi ma say omu nye de ento omu yem. What are we saying? So the security implication or consequences of attacks on the media.
Right. Ora Ahovi Francis mi jawa mo akọ ma memfa we by way say media kwan na in any case let's say how did sensitization workshop more or less become a prerequisite requirement for license authorization? Yes, also about 133 radio stations and two we be e di ama won mo wi a wo de letter ba wo start the fiat a she letter na se and safo ni na no managers any owners wo mo embra sensitization workshop na umom briefing emfa ekwan betimi afa so mo kwa de siye no maybe entimi kongo sibium ena mebusa say oboma obi license for authorization that's a prerequisite requirements na by workshop na she hono no eno ase anything
ono na ho na so yenso enti ase papa because one o se nipa no ebia wanye bibi ye and now okay sisia sadeno it cannot be the hot prerequisite requirement before say ombetime be what they supposed to do is that omo bia omo nimse omo start juma then they can hot call them because what we have read hot heard they say omo koye sade na bia omo see only those who attend or hot qualified. That means omo kwa ebia obinimo hono omo yes sensitization omo can say okay what we have done, let me say, who qualify, into who you are qualified. And Adiba couldn't say, what I'm seeing now is that I'm not sure if they are going to give them the same frequency. For instance, Radio Gold or a 90.5. But what is going to happen now? But who read that in year? It's like it is likely there. On betina changes some of the radio station or more frequency. And banner sanswa, and say a banner. So we just want to say that things like this it looks highly political. So next time, since they are also telling people not to, next time they should also not go contrary to the things. We are all under the same constitution. They should not go that way neta because it may be we are even lucky that in this country things like that we don't normally it doesn't normally end into any conflict. But we cannot say that it doesn't end in a conflict, so we'll keep on doing it. Maybe one day maybe in Tokwani or how Abre.
Right, Nekrakremono, Mami Musawe, the chairman for the National Media Commission, Professor Yabuafo Ayabuafo, Yabuedu Ayabuafo, was it baby Eduno, both NCA and then the media owners, ebe here a concerted approach moving forward, dear. Now, the betimi abo mopan se afenu ina mototo wamo anamonye. Now, between the NCA and the operators of these media houses, why and the burden of responsibility so obe ensure say fairness, transparency, any accountability ebetimi ayejuma.
First of all, the media houses may can say a constitution establishment say nobody can say that don't do this or here we are some betimi ayejuma and na ade o kan no e say o kan say constitution kan or kan explicitly say nobody can direct the media of what to do. Also, that means you want to hide something. You don't want the media to expose some of the things that you are doing. A ban sabet media hygiene. See, a kind of Ministry of Communication, or more. And we have to actually let the National Communication Authority have to also be highly independent. But the way it is like obi or push say
right.
Even they themselves they are enough to do this work if only they have seen what the constitution has said and they follow the law of the land as far as media houses are concerned. President
Affront FM 92.3.
You are trying to truncate people's freedom. The government can come in and say, no, this is the path. Allow the people to criticize us. They are rather putting us on the right path. And say, investigation
okay, right. Okay.
It is a dictatorial regime and autocratic style of governance which we must truncate and mitigate in this country.
Right, Mr. Ahovi Francis, thank you so much for your time spent with us this evening.
Yo,
no dear, say go soba in Kakaya crack beba. Why? Now, one crying dear, I know what ends were doing kind of no. Why? We are soon for a new edi, Nina Betty Minimu Kama. Why?
Yeah, now be mammy, I'll bet you a son of Kumami. Why?
Empacho, I need a minute.
Right,
thank you so much. Busia for Ora Francis Ahovi, one and Executive Secretary of Global Security for Africa, Research and Good Governance, and not yet say Nenkanon. Ora Fred Forson, a leader, aggrieved customers for men's code, Watinase. So from all the way